All right, welcome to the stream. This is Legends of Elder Earth, Fantasy of the Past, episode 44. If I got it wrong, the stream should be correct. But in any case, welcome back. Welcome back. Tonight, handling our recap will be none other than Sakura, or Phoenix in this case. Or is it someone else?
Well, our scene opens with a lush green pasture. Looking off in the distance, you can see the craggy edifices of steep mountains. Nearby, you hear a few choice, colorful words uttered by an unfortunate guard as he attempts to corral bleeding goats through the gate of a newly constructed pen. A dozen feet or so to the side stands an elegant elvish lady in a velvet blue dress. Her long blonde hair is coiffed properly at the base of her neck. Her golden eyes look intently upon the handsome pussycat with an eye patch that is perched on the fence post in front of her. So let me get this straight. Sora, Dondo, Ogabus, and Bananu have taken on the task to rebuild the Aku family. She raises an eyebrow. How you put that sounds a little fishy, but I'll trust you. But Ogabus escaped after making the pact. Aria crosses her left arm in front of her, bringing her right hand up to her cheek. Then y'all went on to Glamhaven, where you were properly celebrated as the heroic band of legends that you are. But the remaining council members gifted you with an aromatic drink that nearly killed you. Mother Nature invited everyone to train at her city of roots, which included a promise of separating Tarandran from Lewis. That's when you discovered a blink dog that was going to sneak in amongst them, stolen valor and all. But you reported it to Judith so she could banish him. And they were so grateful to you that they sent you back to me to report. Oh, and as you were preparing to make your way back here, you spotted Lewis and the Firehead Lady making out behind a tree. Did I get that all straight?
Hey, caretaker, don't forget about the massive moon mouther. It was up to the Aku to beat it, but if they failed, I could have taken it. But that sums it up. And listen, you're gonna see me sneaking around the keep. I'm not on an undercover mission at all. Especially not one assigned by Judith, because that's just not something we do.
Aria smiles and slowly shakes her head from side to side. It's good to have you back. Just between you and me, I've missed your shenanigans. But I've hidden a pouch catnip in the palace if you think you can find it, since you're not on an undercover mission or nothing. After Uth leaves, Aria tells the guard he's doing a wonderful job and begins to make her way back to the palace of the City of Tears. As she walks, a ball goes bounding across the road in front of her, quickly followed by a young lad chasing after it, nearly running smack into her. Behind him follows a disheveled woman, wiping her hands on her apron. Jameson Leroy Adams, if I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. Watch where you are going. She turns to Adia. I'm so sorry, my lady. You know how full of piss and vinegar the young ones can be. Adia smiles, tells her not to worry one bit about it, and asks how she is doing. Adia has had a handful of conversations just like this as the refugees from Icarus have begun moving into the vacant homes. You'd be hard-pressed to find a more grateful community. People who had lost everything getting a second chance, just like the city they now inhabit. She finds it quite poetic. Eventually, Adia makes her way to the palace and up to the balcony, as become her habit to gaze out over the gardens when there are things weighing on her mind. After a few minutes, she sits, with her book in her lap and a pen in her hand. She begins to write. Bizian. Lewis hears the familiar voice of Adia in his mind. Pardon me, Lewis. I've just had the most entertaining update on your party, courtesy of Uth, and thought I'd return the favor. Have a moment?
Yeah, should be good for a while. We just got to the city, so things are starting to settle down.
Good to hear. Things are going well here. Pascal has managed to send a small troop of knights to help guard the city, temporarily. A dozen or so families from Icarus have arrived. They're beginning to fill the homes. Please tell Phoenix that her relatives are here as well. Now for the bad news. Morgan has procured an eviction notice from the Icarus Council, giving us 3 months to vacate. My contact says we can dispute it, but it's gonna be a tough case as Morgan has been paying for the land for 24 years. Some genius businessman he is, paying 24 years for land he couldn't even find. Bless his heart. I'm hoping the good we are doing for the refugees will help boost public opinion in our favor. Another angle to play. I know you have your hands full. Trust I'm doing all that I can. I will check in with you again soon.
Understood. Thank you.
Oh, and glad to hear you patch things up with Minerva.
He doesn't reply.
The end.
Awesome. Another epic way to recap the session. D2+1, you know the drill.
I apparently can't do it right.
Yeah. I'm like, these experimental recaps, I'm liking them,
There we
guys. They're adjusting to me.
Oh yeah.
A3.
Thanks
All
for
right.
jumping in there, Biz. I didn't give you a heads up.
No worries. I was fully aware that she had the book, so.
All right. We find
I
ourselves.
just want to.
Go ahead.
I said. I just want to say, I love Aria.
Me too.
Hell yeah.
It was great. It was great hearing her. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I forgot how much I missed that. What did you say? Southern draw? Is that how you say it?
The southern
Yeah.
accent.
There you go. So, we find ourselves in the city of our roots. Hidden city, protected by Glamhaven and Modana's Den. Two separate locations that are truly intertwined. The roots of the trees folded from this land all the way to here. And you sit on what is essentially the border hidden between both of these massive communities. A place that very few have ever visited. Sanctuary for creatures on the verge of extinction, as well as for the dryads who are few in numbers and the fauna who are even fewer. Place of glory, place of peace, place of love. Everything that you're hoping to protect in this world, among many other things, I'm sure. Right here at the summit. Without further ado, let's get back into it as each of you walk onto the property for the first time properly. Get ready to meet with Mother Nature in a little bit. But for now, to pick out your rooms. You are led by everyone's favorite out. Who I say his name is Zing. Zing looks back to the group. I say. And none of you have ever been to the city of our roots before, have the?
Nope.
Didn't know they did tourist.
No, but they do heroes. Hoot hoot. Follow me. And as he flies around the property, eventually brings you into what appears to be some type of war room, council tables and planning. And there's several dryads who look at you and they bow. We are the servants of the oaken tree, guardians of the hidden city of roots, and will be the ones who tend to anything you need during your stay. All the dryads on this level are at your service, and the satyrs can even provide with entertainment. Do you have any questions?
Hi. What were your names? I'm sorry.
My name is Arafi Farisi Fafapa. That's all the names.
Okay. Well, Ari Thief Fa Fa Fa. Nice to meet you. My name is Judith Bloom. Between the Flames. Are there a lot of do a lot of outsiders come here that often, or is this a pretty rare thing?
Outsiders have rarely entered this domain, though masters of respective ruins have come through under the watchful eye of Skellica, the leader of Glamden, and Sakura, Mother Nature. This is a rare treat, but we welcome those who protected our own homes. There are some rules that must be followed, however.
Of course.
Do not produce fire within the hidden tree. We have means to protect our tree against flame, but we should not have to invoke them. There are many creatures, animals, such as the largest among the ones here, the megafauna Meijing Shao. These creatures are the last of their kind. This place protects them. So even though you may want to get rough with the smaller ones who can be quite active, you must not touch the beasts that are here. At least not without the supervision of one of ourselves, the staff, or one of our leaders. They are quite literally, many of them, the last of their kind. For others, there are pairs of 3. You can stay up as late as you want, but if you're going to leave City of Roots, you need our permission, because the path to enter and to leave is secret. If people frequently go in and out the city, then our location can be discovered by passerbys. I'm sure you understand why that's important. We're not trying to keep you prisoner, of course, but the location must be secured.
Is the fact that there's megafauna, is that a secret thing as well, or could we at least see them?
Yes, you can absolutely see them, and you'll have time to interact with them as long as we're around. We just don't want you to approach them when we're not around, because their safety is of our utmost importance.
Of course, of course.
Is it all right if she writes this stuff down? Is that a problem, or?
Because she's gonna do it.
I'm already writing things down. It's like as I've been talking, my quill has just been like transcribing what I've been saying.
And you see Tasha is behind you and goes, we might have a small problem.
Yeah, what might that be?
You see Sora and Dando are both passed out, wiggly eyes and all, and she's like broke over her back trying to hold the two of them.
Phoenix will send Jenkins over to pick up Sora and carry her.
And Lewis will kind of just like wrap Dondo's arm around his.
The runes, I can feel them. Oh, the runes. Oh,
Hold on. Let me take a quick photo of this. This is great.
oh, get my good side.
Every side is your good side, Dando. Don't worry.
Yeah, pretty boy. You two did go all out during that fight. It's a surprise you were able to move even up until now.
Yes, it seems we're paying for that now.
Phoenix will look at the Dryad. Can we put them someplace?
Yes, let's get you to your rooms. And you see that one of the Dryads looks to Zing, and Zing goes, "You may follow me. I will take you to your room," I say. And then when you get closer to the Ming Jiao Shao, you see it like get up on its back legs. It looks like it's about to slam into the bridge, but a barrier forms and it just leans against it, and you can kind of see the barrier pulsing as it's leaning on it before it drops down to its feet and grabs a tree, just grabbing a branch and ripping it off and starting to chew on it. Before getting into a resting position, it shakes the tree nearby. Good thing Mother has reinstated those wards. Your rooms are down here. Fine people, fine friends.
Lewis gives a nod of acknowledgement to the megafauna as he passes by.
And megafauna are really interesting creatures because they were hunted for a long time for their rune powers, which is sad. but megafauna are pretty much just primordial beasts, but they still count as animals, beasts, and not monstrosities or anything. But they have at minimum an advanced rune, and if you defeat them or slay one, you can take their rune. For a long time it was sport, and now a lot of them are almost extinct, and now we protect them and leave their rune to themselves usually.
Oh,
Judith will crouch down and kind of like Jurassic Park when the Brachiosauruses are up there. She'll just look at their beauty and their majesty and take a little photo of them, showing that.
Excellent. Zing informed you all. There are a few rooms, one with 4 beds, and one big bed. Some of you will have to share. You should choose who is with who.
I don't need a lot of space. Just give me a corner. I need to work on Jenkins.
Yeah, you got a supply closet.
I doubt they have anything I need.
It is the tools that your friend here uses. Afraid not.
No, I just meant for the space.
Oh, absolutely. Under your bed is a storage section. Yeah.
Phoenix will jump up onto this bed and take her pack off her back and like turn it upside down and start dumping everything out onto the bed. She only needs half of it. She's short.
come on, Joshua. Let's bring these two over to the bigger room. They're gonna need as much rest as they can, and I'm guessing it's not exactly the most restful to have people come in and out.
There's still not enough beds. 3 people have to stay in here?
Maybe. It's
So it's three people in this room.
Well, there's 4 beds,
There's
but
4 in here.
5 of us.
oh yeah. And Jenkins will probably be wherever Phoenix is, I assume.
Yeah, he'll just be standing in the corner. He sleeps standing up. Well, he doesn't sleep. You know what I mean.
He powers down.
Yep.
He's on the charging dock.
This is
I'll take
Very
the full
tight.
time in.
very tight quarters in here. There's another bed right in here. Maybe you can sleep next to Emma.
Tasha, though.
I'd much rather Tasha have it. She's been
Oh,
through quite a bit.
Forgot about Tasha.
Don't worry, I'll be fine. He just props himself up against a shelf.
Oh!
Ouch.
Yes, he looks at you and goes, "That's no way for you to sleep. You're far more exhausted."
Yeah, but I'd much rather my team actually be able to rest properly. I could handle it.
The shelf's not even close to a bed, though. It's not like a chair or like a couch.
Yeah, fine. And he just like leans up against like the mattress of Judith's. Still on the floor, granted, but not like direct
you're
wood.
You're just gonna sleep right here next on the ground here?
Well, it'd hard to find much else to sleep at.
Here, you can have one of my pillows.
Thanks. And he just like lifts up his hand to catch it.
I need the space anyway.
Hmm.
You can take my blanket, too.
Thanks.
Let's just take your
Judith.
bed.
Judith is asleep already.
Phoenix has the medical kit out, and she's trying to figure out how to install it in Jenkins.
It'll take you some time, but you'll be able to install it as part of the rest.
Cool.
As Tasha is heading out, then Lewis just asks where she'll be in the time being.
She says, I'm a ranger. At least that's what was assigned to me during my training, the title. I'll manage.
And kind of making eye contact with her and understanding, he just gives a nod and follows along.
Yeah. You can hear her putting something up in the other room as she just kind of makes her own hammock and jumps in it.
Oh.
Okay. And then as you guys start to take your long rest, unless there's something else you want to do, I know Phoenix, you're working on them and doing the installation. I'll take you about an hour, and then the rest you guys can sleep. Is there anything you guys talk about otherwise, or we can just complete the long rest?
Not much that I can think of.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, Judith is going to trance, so she'll only be down for 4 hours, and then she'll. Everyone still hurts, so she will again do her Song of Rest feature, just humming a little story like as everyone's waking up. That's it.
Okay. Now back at 4 hit points. I don't have enough hit dice. You can add Judith's Song of Rest die, which is, what is it, D6 or something?
Yeah.
Still had a bit of healing resources from the prior night, so before we head to bed, I'll go ahead and use those. Because thankfully, as Old Veteran, as my level 7 feature, I can now double Second Wind. Wow!
Woohoo!
Gonna be healing up the
Nice.
wazoo.
Yeah, I've always liked multiple second wins, and lo and behold, one D&D is doing a similar thing now.
Yep.
All right, awesome. So you guys, Phoenix, you worked through the night to get the installation. Enough time for you to still benefit from a long rest. I think you need 6 hours of sleep, so 1 to 2 hours working on Jenkins. Of course, Judith, you only need 4 hours, and you can trance. You can even change one of your proficiencies if you like by losing a different one. Amrit, luckily you have a peaceful dream. No horrible dreams when you go to sleep. Lewis,
Thanks.
it's not the same for you.
Oh.
Right. You have a WET dream. Let's see here.
Oh, God.
Dendo, Sora, out of commission. Tasha's chilling. You guys can complete your long rest. Luckily here you are certainly safe. There's nothing to be concerned about.
Woohoo! Get rid of my exhaustion.
Yep, everybody knocked the exhaustion down by 1.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I still got one. You and Lewis still got one, yeah. So once the morning comes, you can see one of the dryads is at the door, and she seems to be holding something that looks similar to a coconut, but it's not. And there's straws or a wooden like leaf wrapped up in it, and she brings them in the room and places them next to your beds. You can see that privacy here may not be what you expect because they didn't knock or anything. But you also know they're not trying to be rude. It's a different culture here. Which is why they don't wear much either. They're not straight up naked, but they don't have any problem with nudity. But they do wear a minimal amount of clothes a lot of the times. But they would come in, bring that stuff to you. They would have saw you on the bridge, Judith, and gave that to you along the way.
Is this
Thank you kindly.
breakfast?
No, that'll be served on the table in the main office.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Mother Nature and Skellica wait for your presence there. But no rush, they are enjoying the morning festives.
Don't want to keep Mother Nature waiting.
You'd see Judith when coming around the corner having this coconut thing in one hand, and then her other hand is like up by her temple, just kind of rubbing it with her squinting. Hey, good morning, Emerald.
Hey, you all right?
Yeah. I just woke up with this, like a really bad, like headache, migraine. Oh, I'm good.
I mean, we've been through a lot past couple of days.
Maybe they got some root or leaf or something that can help you.
Yeah, I think it's just spending so much time staring at a piece of paper. I just need to enjoy just looking at nature for a while.
The same paper or different papers?
Different, like writing things and things like that.
Gotcha.
Did you do like normal sleeping though, or did you like do the other thing?
No. I tranced. I think I have only a couple more nights of that ability until Aria's gift wears off, and I'll be back to sleeping like you fools, huh?
Well, if Mother Nature's gonna separate Tyrandrum from Lewis, maybe she can help you out.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, we'll make sure to ask. Should we get Sword and Dondo, or?
Yeah, we can go knock on the door. They're exhausted.
Who't a minute. I say, we evaluated your friends during the night, and their wounds nearly cost them the fabric of reality their lives. They will be in bed rest for some time, so we may collect Tasha. She's perfectly fine.
Yeah, sounds good.
And you see, he just flew in and he flies out. That's my best bird sound effect I have for you guys for flying. I know it's
Not
horrible.
bad.
Pretty
Pretty
good.
good.
There we go. I was embarrassed. So as you guys imagine, one of you would knock on the door and Tasha would just come out. She would come out almost like she's a rogue. She's like really quiet because she sees them resting. And Daniel's talking in his dreams often. He's screaming Ogobas.
Yeah, I feel like Emerald was on that nod. He kind of like rolled his eyes when she did that, because like he knows exactly why she did it. But he's just like, ugh. Come on.
I guess it's just us. It's strange being alone in a new party of people, even though we know each other. We've never really had this type of time in a long time.
Sounds like the old days.
Miles. He throws her bow in her back and just checks the string, and yeah, the old days.
Ooh. I'm going this way.
Yeah, let's get going.
Jenkins, he wonders if he should stay put until you need him.
Oh no, you probably should stay in the corner, buddy. Rest.
Oh yeah, rainbow. And he kind of just like catches himself as he says that. Phoenix.
Huh.
Aria contacted me and said that your family made it to the city.
I thought
Just
they were
wanted to let you
going to
know.
the Fairlands. Huh.
Guess she somehow got them on their way or something.
Cool. Thanks. I mean,
No problem.
I hope Vitson doesn't bring any trouble, but that's the least of your worries. She turns around on her heel and keeps going.
When you guys walk in, you can see that the table is filled with all kinds of salads, fruits, nuts, and other type of stuff, even eggs. But you see that those have seemed to go mostly untouched. Those are probably for guests.
When Phoenix enters, if anybody's paying attention with it, which they might not be, she seems to be a little nervous, like her posture is stiffer than usual, like she's trying to be proper or something. And she will look down towards Sakura. And if Sakura makes any eye contact whatsoever, she will just shut her mouth and bow her head, like nod her head in acknowledgement. She will just take a seat.
Lewis is oblivious.
So Mother Nature doesn't look at you when you guys are walking in. She's just laughing and joking with Skeleton. But here's the thing: you feel like she saw you.
Yeah, she will take that wyvern scale and make sure it's tucked underneath her shirt.
When you guys sit down, Skeleton goes, "Oh, look, our guests have arrived." Well, Mother Nature. Mother looks at the table. Thank you for joining me for breakfast. I heard it is a tradition amongst many people, other races, to consume 3 meals a day. Usually I only eat when I'm hungry, but I want to respect the lives of all creatures, not just my own. We don't serve much meat around here, so hopefully food that we provided will suffice.
No worries. I've survived on less.
It's
Just
sure
like
to be
smirk.
great.
And Amber, right in front of you is this weird, like, gelatin looking thing. Looks like ice cream, but also jello. It's got this weird consistency to it.
What's this particular dish?
It's moss, is what people call it. Not like the stuff we'd find. It's produced naturally from creatures. We shave it off of their backs.
Oh,
Well, let's dig in.
Don't knock it till you try it, folks. Always remember the golden rule.
Stab for no, that's probably not it. Nope.
she will take a photo of her food and then eat it.
The satyrs come around the table and they start playing you guys music. Are you eating?
This is nice.
Yeah. Finally nice to be able to rest for once in a while.
Oh, you won't be resting for long. Mother's got a long schedule for you.
Wouldn't expect anything less.
Yes, but let them enjoy their food, Skeleton. They will need their energy for what's to come. Absolutely. I apologize. They almost said Sakura, but she knows to only call her Mother Nature when things are a formal environment.
What kind of things should we or they should be preparing for?
Mother looks at you and you see she's still missing her arm. It should have regenerated by now. And she puts down a spoon, which she didn't look like she was very comfortable using anyways. And she looks at you. I've been watching you for a long time. Maybe you've forgotten. But even when you fought the devil, my winds felt you. And I tried to provide you with enough power to defeat an ancient enemy. I say all this for what I say next. Many of your souls need to be cleansed. That is where we will begin our training.
Oh, a soul cleansing training. Okay.
Your friend Sora, she's actually furthest along in this training, so her missing a day or two will be fine. But when I'm done, you'll be able to pull and harvest the darkness of artificial mouthers like Ogobas. like Hyperion, the turtle. And like Sanguine, if the school's reports are accurate. Eventually, all of you will be able to cleanse them of their darkness, but first you must align and clean your own souls. And that is what I will train you. The world is a mysterious place. A long time ago, there were 4 rooms, supposedly, and then we discovered that there were 6. But now I am telling you of one that we regard as the 7th room. However, it is not a true room. It is the connection to a place called the spirit world, a spiritual room that anyone can use. Some dare to insult it with saying a generic rune that any rune warrior can learn. But in truth, it is special. And you could go your whole life, even mastering your rune, and never be able to use spiritual energy. And that is what I want to teach you today. We will do spirit world training. From the players for Point of Inspirato, please read this very short blurb as well as the titles for the features you will eventually learn.
I don't mind doing it.
What?
Spirit World Training, 0 of 3. The spirits only touch those with pure hearts or who have overcome unbearable darkness. These warriors can become infused with the powers of the spirit world, developing a rune boon shared among others of different births. First, Wisp Form, unknown. Cleanse Spirit, unknown. And Soul Rend, unknown.
So far, group has been impressive. You've managed to use to an extent Cleanse Spirit. When our training is done, we'll have mastered this technique. And each of you using your own rune powers, as only rune warriors can use Spirit World technique. You'll have all of these 3 capabilities. The third is the hardest, Soul Rend. It's manifesting your very own essence, your existence, into a force that can rend enemies in half or disintegrate them into dust. That is the only form of spirits that is offensive. The rest are more peaceful in nature. Do we have any questions so far?
I'm just curious, if you don't mind, my lady. You talk about overcoming darkness, but that's the very essence of the Shadow Rune. Have you had any Shadow Rune wielders take this on, and how did it affect them?
The Shadow Runes always have the hardest time entering the spirit world. That is true, but they have succeeded, and I'm sure you will as well. But as for the cleansing, this will help get rid of things like the darkness, the darkling disease. This will help retract the visual infection on Lewis, among many other things, such as our friend Judith being able to properly trance without the aid of another. You may find that I am well informed, yes.
Judith was like, had like a bit of a smile when she knew that she was talking about Lewis. Like, finally, we get to cleanse that bastard. And then the attention went to her, and she's like, and then she'll look over to Phoenix and say, if I remember correctly, Mr. Farr helped teach us that the Shadow Rune can be one of the brightest as well. Don't worry, you got this.
Yeah, I guess my issue is I don't know what my darkness is if it's not my room.
How do you test this? Something that you know the nature?
Skelica is looking and seeing if Amrit ate his moss. I'll answer you in just 1 second. Is it on your plate or no, Amrit?
He did that thing as a kid where you like kind of like push it around. It looked like you did something what you really did.
He takes a heavy
Should I roll
spoon.
how good that is?
No, she doesn't say anything. She just walks over, grabs the spoon, and scoops up a big chunk and puts it in her mouth. And then using the same spoon, she tries to shove it in your mouth.
Oh, I've had my fill. Sorry.
Oh, come now. You won't become stronger if you don't eat. This is rich in many nutrients and vitamins. Oh, it's a new term. Don't worry about it too much.
I'm still a little tender, you know. Took a lot of shots to the ribs.
Alright, I'll have to inject it when you're sleeping then.
It gets like extremely uncomfortable. That's it.
And then, so yes, as that's going on, you like shoot over across the room, and the doctor tells you there are three main missions that you'll be undertaking. They're all local. None of them involve fighting. Each of them have their own teachers. Traditionally, I would train you, but I'm afraid with the attack. Excuse me for a moment. Looks at the satyrs. You are excused.
Here we go.
Phoenix looks over to Judith. Is Judith getting ready to write shit down?
Yeah, for sure. She's been writing all this is all stuff that she will need to remember of like things to do. So she's definitely writing things down. Just like a few notes, little note taking.
She would tell you in confidence, I dismissed creatures who I trust dearly. Please, save this in your memory alone. What she's about to say, not what she's already said.
Oh yeah, of course. And then in Goblin, she'll just whisper stop, and her quill will lie down.
When I fought Palm, our battle waged for hours. Evenly matched. Mouther after mouther was sent my way. Big mouthers, small ones, darklings, startling amount of rune warriors, not even rune mouthers at her side. I had a few people helping me. Some of the council masters, the forest, some rune warriors, even the wilds, bears, owlbears, and wyvern. We clashed and we clashed. Finally, struggle. You hear from fables and stories written in tomes of dead trees. Collective energy in the middle of two powerful creatures, dancing throughout the air so strong that neither side could no longer assist the other, and it was just me and her. Explosion occurred, and when I awoke, my arm was gone. And there was no sign of Palm. We believed that the power was strong enough to destroy my arm when I was inside my great tree that you may have seen in Icarus. Tree so large, it could hang over the entire city. If that could be destroyed along with my arm, then surely Palm could not have survived. But I must tell you this, almost all of my powers are gone.
It still sounds like you're not certain, though. I mean, we're still training and stuff, right?
I would not believe it at all. If it wasn't for one thing. Makes me wonder if it is true. And she stands up. She turns to you. That which contains 1,000 mouths. That which she wore upon her head. That which gave her the strength to do the crime she does now. Crown of sins. Her crown. And in it, even now, she holds it. You can see her hand up. starts to wilt like a flower would, and she puts it down. Even now, dozens of Mouthers swim around in this crown, imprisoned like it's the mouth that feeds. This is her most powerful item, the key to her victory in the war. Having this gives me hope that I succeeded, but I would have rather have seen a body.
Your Majesty, Miss Nature, have you had anybody inspect that and make sure it's not a duplicate?
I have. We've had some of the council members take a check at it in Skellige. Furthermore, it's impossible to destroy. We've tried.
Okay.
This crown did not always look like this. In the past, it was just a dark steel, a black crown with spikes. But now it seems to have some type of venomous sack of eyes like bug. I suspect Anorak is in this crown. One of the original sins. No, I know she is. And upon this crown is one of the original magic items. Her webs. The web is like a binding agent. All it does is greatly amplify the power of anyone that uses it, which makes her crown, which was always able to capture Mouthers, 10 times as powerful. Which brings me to another concern. The cloak that you wear, Phoenix, is also an original sins item. Born from one of the first 6 Mouthers the world ever seen. From Vorgazel.
Do you want it back?
No. I just am curious if anything has changed since you've worn.
I mean, I look really cool when I fall and I don't get hurt, but that's all.
Wait, what are you saying? Are you saying this could like affect Phoenix? Are you saying the crown affected Palm?
Palm has always had a dark heart. It was a big one, and there was room for love. Troubled, kind when appropriate, though you would not read it in her speech, but her actions always spoke louder. I think that this fed on her dark side, and just as it amplifies her power, it amplified her hate. All it did was push what she was already capable of to the front, prevented everything that stopped those capabilities from stopping her.
And where was Palm again right now?
I believe she is gone, defeated, dead, eroded to dust. The explosion was so powerful, even I could not withstand it, and we were equals. But I had a tree in front of me, one as large as the city.
Well, turn to dust would have been poetic.
Yes.
Well, at least even if she is alive, hopefully not. We do currently have one of her stronger items with us. So hopefully she'll be a bit easier to deal with next time. If there ever is one.
What are you even gonna do with that thing?
Now we're going to keep it. It is not safe to make use of. But there are 4 other original sin items out there. And with most of my most honorable guard defeated, we want you to hunt them down, acquire them, and to make use of them.
Wait, to make use of them or to hand them over so no one gets use of them? Because, you know.
Both. According to, well, I'll let you take it from here, Skeleton. Yes, yes, yes. So the crown of sins, as we've named it, I'm not sure what Palm used to call it. It is a prison like the mouth that feeds, but it's far easier to escape. What could take a creature 1,000 years can be done in 1 year from the crown. An original sin, Anorak, will be born from this crown in the coming months. So if Palm is defeated, which we do believe to be true, then we still have to contend with Anorak. And no doubt all of the mouthers in that crown will fall under her command without Palm to control them. The only way we stand a chance against an original sin is if we use these first items to defeat her. Afterwards, those items will be sent to a vault that cannot be destroyed and sealed deep within the core of the world that only Mother Nature can reach.
So in other words, we're fighting fire with fire.
Precisely. But based on everything you've displayed so far, we are hoping, testing, if we can expel Tyrandrum successfully from your body, Lewis, and maybe you can hold back and fight against the corruption of the original sin items. So far, it had no effect on Phoenix. We didn't know it would, to be fair, when we gave it to her, but the discovery of all the information has provided concern. Anyways, your spirit world training should be able to help you balance this great evil by substituting your own light. Same light that if Palm had had this training, may have been able to circumvent the crown.
Wait, you gave that item to Phoenix to essentially have her be a test rabbit to see if
Judith,
something
it's
would corrupt her after
It's
what just already happened?
It's okay. Okay, I kind of deserved it. It's fine.
No, you don't.
Also, you're incorrect. That's why questions are better than statements. We
That's
didn't
why I
know
formed
it
it in a
could
question.
corrupt her.
Yes, you didn't know it would corrupt her, but you were still unsure.
Well, we knew it was a powerful item, that's about it. There are many powerful magical items out there. I'm sure many of you will eventually wield them, if you don't already. As for corruption, it wasn't exactly on our radar when we handed it to her, so it's not a fair assessment.
Well, and maybe it's broken or maybe it doesn't like me because all it does is help me not get hurt when I fall.
So you've had no other powers.
No, I mean, I haven't had dreams lately, but I don't think that's because of the cloak.
See? There's many things in this world that you may not be familiar with. And we're going to get through that together. This training will help you fight back against any darkness that tries to possess you.
Any?
He points to Lewis as the prime example. These items are a concern, but it's not like you're not already contending with darkness that we did not invite upon you.
I'm in.
Agreed.
Yep.
Asha nods.
Guess everybody looks at Judith.
She's visibly not the happiest. You know, her head's been killing her all morning, and now all of this stuff of essentially giving everyone these magic items that no one's really sure what they're going to do, and fighting fire with fire, just none of it really sits right with her. And so she'll just kind of say curtly, "Listen, I'm already here."
He looks down to his mother. Her mother just nods. Well, Judith, It is up to you. You being here matters not. We can easily get you somewhere else if that is what you please.
Nah, she's got a report on us. It's her thing after all.
Yep, that's true.
He nods. Well, chilly up, your moss is getting cold, even though it is better when it's cold, if I'm being honest.
What food works that way?
Ice cream.
Ice cream, yeah.
Hey.
I've totally had that before, yeah.
It looks like that green ice cream. I'm forgetting what it's called now.
Pistachio?
No, it's something else like matcha or something. Yeah, matcha. There we go.
It's delicious.
So she looks at the table and goes, concerning these items, if you're not comfortable using them, you don't have to. We'll find different rune warriors to use them. That's why we're here today, to present you that option. And now that you're aware, Phoenix, that the corruption is possible, you can forfeit your cloak if you wish. We do want you to keep an open mind about using it. Again, she looks at Judith. When we gave you the item, we had no idea it could corrupt its user. Not until we obtained the crown did we realize that properties were so hostile. We cannot take back the time that has already occurred.
Well, I mean, honestly, I don't feel any different. I kind of like the colors, so I'll try to be aware. Like, what do I need listen for? Thoughts in my brain that aren't mine? Like, I've already lived through that.
For now, just relax and take time to channel the spiritual energy so that if it ever comes for you, well, you'll be prepared. But I do need to bring up another concern. You are our guest here, and we do expect you to follow the rules. If you cannot follow the rules, we will have to ask you to leave. So no more flying at nighttime, Phoenix.
I didn't. I was in my room working on Jenkins, installing a medical gun so he can help people on the front lines. I don't know what you're talking about.
Interesting. She sits there for a moment and she whispers.
I mean, I'm kind of small. Is it possible that one of your legendary beasts was flying around or something and they look like me?
She chuckles. Beasts here are not really legendary, I suppose. I guess they'll be legends if they die. But anyways, I got confirmation that about an hour before Judith left her trance, you were seen flying around the property.
I swear I didn't go get Jenkins. Jenkins would say I was working on him all night.
Yeah, she lifts her hands up in the Dryad's return and Jenkins walks in.
Jenkins, where was I last night?
And his voice box is still a little messed up because he was reduced almost dust. He had to make a new model almost. Yeah, he just goes, shoot. You slept for a few hours before taking flight out and returning to your room and resting for the rest of the night.
She just has this look of betrayal on her face. I swear, I have
what's
no
going on?
memory of that.
So
Think
something
of a
this.
base side effect.
Yeah, hopefully you were just going out for a midnight stroll.
Flying through the air? I did that one time at the fair, but I mean, it was more like falling with style, but I don't fly.
No, sorry, I'm just being sarcastic. It's like I said before. They've given you
Sorry.
something that we don't know much about or what it's doing to you.
Wait, I think the cloak went for a flight with me attached to it?
How certain are you that it was her in the first place, besides Jenkins?
Well, we just confirmed with the trees. We never confirmed with Jenkins. He just reinforced the story we told. See, the trees are quite literally everywhere, and they know the creatures that often this place. They would not mistake her for any of the creatures that they've had for years. They said it was her. Now we learned it's not of her own control. It's very interesting. Perhaps the corruption is already sneaking in, though it does not seem to be hostile. And then as she goes to continue, Mother Nature puts her hands up real quick and goes, hand, because she only has one hand right now. We met with Vorgazel a long time ago. Some 50 years ago when I journeyed into the mouth that feeds. Just after the events of Metal Rain. In order to recover the body of someone we lost in there. Vorgazel has always been about law and order. Among all the original sins, she's the only one that I would say was not as evil, still had evil in her. But she helped us on many occasions, despite being one of the original sins. She was never pleasant about it, but she didn't have to. We never had anything to offer her. So I'm not so sure she's looking to corrupt you or that cloak is looking to corrupt you. But the fact that it is already doing something to you is concerning.
I mean, in all honesty, flying has been one of my dreams since I was a kid, so maybe it's just trying to make my desires come true.
Where did you guys get the cloak again? Did this being just give it up to you guys, or?
It was given to us by some of our agents that work in Icarus. We were told that it was meant for her, that it was her destiny. And it was by Vorgazel's own mouth.
Where did the agents get it?
Deep inside some forgotten ruin.
Well, I mean, if there is a safe place to push it, I guess this would be the place. I'm curious what training you or advice you would have for me to try to unlock it, or I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to ask. Sorry.
What was that last part?
That she's asking if they have any advice for her to unlock it, but then she realized that sounded like she was wanting the power, so she's like, never mind.
Well, they were telling you to use these items in the first place, so it's not like they're going to be against the idea. Skeletor goes, we don't know. We'll have to search your soul in the training. This is all to help get you to the next level and develop your own powers. There's still war on the horizon. Not Palm and Anorak or perhaps somebody else.
There's always war on this planet.
Yes. I do wish we lived in a world where that was not the case, though there have been many years of peace in between them, and that is what we hope to strive for now. Even if it's only 10 years or 5, single year, peace is always the dream and the effort. Are there any other questions? Yes, if you would like more moss, there's plenty.
Yeah, should look over towards Tasha. What's your darkness?
I think it's the hate that brewing inside me every single time I lose a friend. This anger, this uncontrollable fear, wanting to swallow me up whole and spit me out. Telling me that I'm not good enough and I'll never be good enough. And that I need to find my own power. Not the power of anything good either. These items are tempting. I think that that's more than enough darkness.
I'd say so.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, Phoenix is like, sorry, she has.
Oh,
Holy shit.
Yeah.
well, she did lose like half her team.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah, that's just one of you guys with the rest of her class because all your friends died.
Yeah.
So she's having a tough time, but she's being honest. So she still has some good traits in her, and she's obviously gone through a lot. She just claps for her. Well done, Tasha. The first path to unlocking your spirit is truth, recognizing your own weaknesses, your own flaws. Because nobody's perfect. None of us. Then she walks over behind Judith. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
Then she goes all the way around the table and sits back down. Anyways, a task is being offered for you alongside the training. Maybe you should talk against yourselves if there is some pause. Very least, it would help us deal with Tyrandrum. Don't need him at our backs.
No, we need to get him out. She looks right at Lewis.
Hmm.
You know,
Well,
Lewis, creatures like Tyrandrum are bound in ways that are difficult to pull out of one's body. They're bound to your soul. Learning the spirit world training will give you all the opportunity to literally expel Tyrandrum from your body. At which point in time we may have to contend with him in combat.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not entirely sure if he can be removed. A while back, I kinda had somebody let me dive into my mind. We ended up fighting for quite some time, and we both pushed ourselves to our limits. And in that brief moment, when both of us were at our weakest, I had a chance to try to defeat him, but there was something that told me that even if I was to defeat him there, that it wouldn't end. There's something that's telling me that even if I somehow get rid of him, he'll always be around.
Yes, that somebody is Tyrandrum.
Hmm.
Those
Also, it sounds like you were
whispers.
fighting by yourself.
Exactly. See, we can be on the same page. You'll have your friends with you this time.
Hmm. Yeah.
All right, the mood is shot. Thanks, Judith.
No, I think Tasha really.
No, it was Tasha.
Respectfully.
Sorry, Paul.
Gallagher gives points for points are due and goes, yeah. Mother just goes, is there any further questions? Would you like to start your training today or would you like another day to rest?
I'd appreciate another day, but it's fine.
We're going to get you back to the Fairlands in about 3 weeks. Much time as you want.
Hmm.
I mean, these things aren't supposed to have combat in them, so you guys might be okay.
There are other ways for the body to be taxed and exhausted outside of just being stabbed.
All right, well, maybe I can learn how to fly today.
Phoenix, you should go to the planetarium. You should take your friends with you.
Yes, ma'am.
There are answers there for you. Answers you may wish to know. Then she walks away and she lost most of her power, but you can hear like a whisper in your mind. Fainted weak. Answers about your mother.
She gets stiff. She had given up on that. She had to say goodbye to that dream to be able to kill the protector. Her face drops.
You're right.
No, but what else are we gonna do? This is the lead we have right now. I guess one of them dryads can tell us where the planetarium is.
Hmm. Well, no better time than the present, right?
She's gonna look over to Judith. You with us on this? Or tell us why not? I'm curious your thoughts.
She kind of clears her throat a little bit. It just feels strange. It feels weird. You know, it's Palm. I don't truly believe that Palm's gone. I'm not saying that Mother Nature is lying to us, but I'm just saying, like, I think there's something else afoot, and
I'm with you. I don't think she's gone.
And I think, with us trying to cleanse ourselves so we can take on these potentially greater darkness or evils that put inside of us, it sounds like it's going to be really tricky. We've seen what a little bit of darkness can go and can happen when it's in us now. And we can already see how it's brewing with Tasha. No offense, Tasha. But there has to be another way, I guess. Fighting fire with fire is only leads to mass deaths usually.
I mean, Mother Nature's like the queen of good, right? Could she be so far off base?
She was immortal once, right? She still kind of is. They said it before, like there are multiple Mother Natures. It's a title that's passed. I'm not saying anything is wrong with her, but it's okay. You should question a leader's judgment. Otherwise, you believe anything that you read the papers. Except Between the Flames.
Yeah, I don't disagree, I mean, that's how Palm got the way she got. Fire was fire.
Yeah.
So Palm was a hero for many years, 20, 30 years.
And now she's arguably more dangerous than anyone she faced before.
She kept the darkness. They're inviting to take the items once they're done. She can manage 20, 30 years. We can manage 6 months.
Yeah, but you're talking about she was a hero for 20 some years. Legendary, in fact. And even after all that, she still turned to let the evil side in, let the darkness side in. A few of us have only been heroes for a short time, and they're going to give that to us.
You don't want it, that's fine. But I want it.
That's the problem. Judith points her finger towards her. It's the fact that you want it. That means it has an easier time to corrupt someone like you with that mindset.
Well, I've done everything in my life to be good. And look around your table. All your friends are still here.
Not all of my friends. Some of my friends had just recently got killed. You were pretty close with them. Just because they were in your group doesn't mean they weren't my friends as well.
Oh, and I suppose I know your group better than you knew mine.
No, I'm just saying everyone here is hurting. You don't have to put it all on yourself. You can lean on us to help like we do with each other. We're here for you, Tasha. You're not walking alone.
I wasn't before either, and now I am.
You're still not.
Yeah, let's not get hasty. I mean, listen, I've been there. The old friend's gone.
I'm tired of doing the right thing, being punished. These items give me the power I need to save lives, and I will make use of them.
Fine. Just be careful.
You sound
Besides,
like the beginning of a tyrant.
Phoenix is already wearing that cloak, and none of you seem to have a problem or telling her to take it off. So the bias
I didn't-
extends.
I didn't ask for it. They put it on me.
But you could take it off, can't you?
I could.
You're so concerned about me, but you're wearing the same thing that corrupted people like Palm.
I'm concerned for her too. Just because she has it on doesn't. The Mother Nature, were using her judgment. They want to use her as a test rabbit.
And no one's saying we're not doing it. I think we're doing it.
And no one's saying that you are going to be a tyrant immediately. Just saying it has a good potential to corrupt you with that mindset.
And that's why we're doing the training.
All right,
Lois
but we're
just
not
gets out
doing
of
the
the chair.
training today, so let's go to this planetarium thing and get answers.
Lewis gets out of his chair.
Yeah, let's
There's
see
no
if we
need for
didn't
us to
blow up the
decide
real
now.
gnome.
We got time. This isn't something to be decided over a single table talk.
Tasha's eyes, they're orange. The Sith. No, I was joking. She looks at you, Phoenix, when most of the table clears. You can just see that she's like hyperventilating, and she walks away.
Phoenix will try to put her hand on her lap when she looked over to her, or her arm. For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
Me too.
Oh no. Not that line. Anyway, I'm getting a bottle of wine or whatever this is.
Come on, Jenkins. Are you sure I flew out last night? And she like knocks where the voice box is to try to whatever loose wire or whatever, try to fix it.
Yes, I had told you not to fly out. You just looked at me and flew faster.
Jenkins, you know me, you know my eyes. Was it me? Was I sleepwalking? What was I doing?
I was uncertain. But I don't defy your orders. So I didn't do anything after you told me. Nothing.
Okay, log this order in your head. If I ever tell you to harm Sora, or Dondo, or Amrit, or Lewis, or Judith, or people that we have fought side by side with, you ignore that order. That is the main directive. You got it?
But what if Tasha becomes evil and corrupted by the item and we're forced to use this drill that you've installed in my back to dispose of a corpse?
Then you work to heal everybody else but her.
Understood?
Why does he have a whole game plan?
Because he's special.
because it's the game plan is for you.
He's like, yeah, he just ratted on you. Still be watching you,
It's
Everett,
so
all the
specific.
time. All right.
As we're leaving, yeah, Judith gets up and she just just exhales deeply and just puts her head down and rubs her head as she follows behind everyone.
Lewis kind of trails back a little bit toward around where Judith is. I know you're concerned. I am too. But we just gotta trust each other to make the right decision when it comes to it.
Nice having you back, old man.
Yeah, it's nice to not be dwelling in my memories for a while.
I think we see how this darkness expulsion goes with you, and I reserve the right to form different opinions as we go.
Gives a slight nod. My teaching style has always been to let you each make your own choices, and I won't force you to do anything that you don't want to. In the end, it's ultimately up to you. I'll be there to support you regardless. Come on, let's get up to that observatory, why don't we?
In Judith's mind, she just thinks, and I'll be there to stop you if needed, regardless.
Phoenix finds a dryad. Can you tell us where the planetarium is?
Yeah, she'll have to go through the common housing area, but you can go through these stairs or through the ones that are attached to your room. From there, one of the individuals can take you proper. You can speak to any of the mothers. The elder mothers are people who teach our children the ways of our world. They also have a lot of authority here. Speak to one of them, they can get you right.
Thank you.
I say, I could just take you myself.
Thanks, Zing. She looks to Lewis and Judith that just came in. That way, she points.
Oh, wait, I forgot. I've errands to run, I say.
Okay, never mind then.
We'll figure it out. Speaking of which, where did Amrit go?
I don't know.
Do we
Kinda
do
just,
we
like,
see him
looks
on
around.
the?
Well, there's a lot of trees in between the two maps. They're just next to each other. So
okay.
you wouldn't really see Emmerich, but we'll go to Emmerich and see what he's up to. So Emmerich, you're over here by yourself. What are you doing?
I'm on the phone with Night Chapter HQ, reporting in.
Oh my God.
Please
No, he's stress smoking. This is it.
I see.
There's been way too much social interaction that even for him, it's just like everyone's like off the rails. Usually it's just him that's just like saying like the wrong thing in the wrong moment. But he felt like everyone in this room was just like negativity. So he's just sitting at the planks here. He has the bottle of wine or whatever it is too. He's just sitting there, just maintaining.
Actually, you're scared of Jacobs, aren't you?
That didn't help.
Lewis is gonna
just
go
like,
around.
for fuck's sake. And then eventually he'll make his way back over there.
So just like look around for a bit, just trying to figure out where the hell he went, and then eventually just like notice him briefly. Hey Hans, we're gonna be heading down to the planetarium. It's like somewhere past the boarding rooms. We'll meet you over.
Yeah, no problem.
And just leaves him on his way.
Meanwhile, Phoenix is finding a mother and asking them about the planetarium, and she will ask what makes this so special because she is worried about how this thing is going to tell her about her mother.
Well, you can actually go find one in a second because I've got a map for that. I'm gonna bring you over to Emmer, but I know that you're lagging behind them, but just so that you're all on the map.
Yeah, I have a 10-minute timer on my phone.
Oh. In 10 minutes? So you guys make your way down. Oh, let's change off the mystic music. There we go. Forest flute. So you'll see Emirates right behind you guys, but he's not here yet. But
With
you are,
all due respect, Phoenix don't give a shit. She's curious.
oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm just saying for the players, he's not actually behind you guys. Yeah. So as you walk down the tree, you're kind of spiraling in the center of it. On some type of this, you think that they might have been like conventional stairs at first, but they seem to be some type of exotic patterned mushroom. They've got a particularly somewhere that's not as hard as stone, but it's not exactly soft either, the steps. As you guys make your way down, and it smells really pleasant since you've been here, being in the environment and in nature.
I don't know that I'll ever get used to this.
When you come around the corner, you see some minotaurs look at you. Our guest, champions of the woods.
Yeah, Mother Nature told us to come down here.
It's up at home. You can find drinks to the north. The elder mothers, who I suspect you may have business with, just to the left of me. To the right, there are festivities. You also see that this is the sanctuary of all of our awakened creatures. I believe you met Zing. See, Zing is currently dancing on the light bulb, handling the business he was talking about earlier.
What do you call these people? The elven mothers?
The elder mothers.
The elder mothers. Would I, being a high elf, would I know anything about them?
Oh, they're all dryads.
Oh, okay. But there's not like any lore attached to them.
Oh, there's plenty, but it's stuff where you know.
Okay.
But you guys are able to just go anywhere you want in the floor. But I know you're being lined into the other mothers, who are right here.
Well, Phoenix is anyway.
You see the blink dogs just sitting around. They're teleporting occasionally, but they're ultimately just guarding each of the passageways. The marauders just stand there, fully equipped and armed for combat too. Everyone's just kind of ready. See, Zing looks at you and he looks embarrassed that you see him hanging out on this light post, which is really just like a massive glowing plant that's hunched over. Oh, I forgot I had business to attend to. You know, he was just partying.
Did you have to pee or something?
He comes back. He like does a circle around the whole room before coming back and says, I apologize, Phoenix, but truly I had forgot that there was a awakened dance-off. Me and my friends, and every year, Barbatos wins. Just sit there smug with a cup of tea as he sips on it. I had hoped I could win this year, but I failed. Not only did I betray your trust to dance, even though my dancer's name is Honey, by the way, I also failed to seize first place.
It's all right, honey. There's always next year.
Of course, of course.
Excuse me. Are you guys the elder mothers?
They turn around and they look at you. Yes. I am Iris. Lizette. Sunny.
Phoenix, pleasure to meet you. Mother Nature sent us down here saying to visit the planetarium. Maybe we would find answers.
Yes, you'll need a special pass. He walks over to you and she tells you to put out your hand.
She does so.
You hold your palm for a few seconds and a vine runs down her shoulder and wraps around your wrist. This will authenticate you. You'll know this is from me, and then it will wither away once you pass through the gates. This is only a single admission.
Thank you. What is the planetarium?
The planetarium is called the Secret Trees Sanctum, and it gives us the ability to scry upon the night sky. Itself is hidden, tucked away in a box of darkness, illuminated by the similar lights you see here. Inside the sanctuary, we can spy upon the moon and the stars. It is where we watch and prepare for if metal rain were to ever occur again. For the mind flayers of old, if you're familiar or not with the generals of the previous wars, they're still out there. And we still see them flying on those massive things they call spaceships. They have not come back.
I'm a little bit confused why Mother Nature sent me here, but okay, I guess I'll give it a whirl.
When you get there, speak with the seer.
Who's that?
Oh, you just go there and ask for the mystic. Eventually she will come. She is the lady who will replace Mother Nature if she dies.
Okay. Phoenix will go to Jenkins.
Oh, do you
Sorry,
only need,
buddy.
You only need one
Okay.
pass, by the way? When you were walking away, she just want to make sure.
Yeah, I was gonna tell him he couldn't come. He can hang out here with Shaw. I mean, I'm not in danger or nothing, right? I'm just talking to the future Mother Nature.
No. But if you want to bring your friends, I'll have to give them the same ankle or wrist.
I imagine they might have their own questions to ask.
Excellent. I'm sorry to interrupt you speaking to your friend.
No, that's all good. Okay, player forgot. I'm supposed to go south, right?
Oh, yeah. Once you exit the tree, that people will escort you to the sanctum.
Oh, gotcha. Just gonna look around then.
Yeah. And then I'll go touch base with each of you real quick, see what you're up to. So, Judith, what are you up to?
I was walking and I went to go left, but then I saw this figure. I just heard them playing some music. Is that right? This Gideon?
Yeah, Gideon is here and he's playing the harp and he's looking at you intently as he does it.
I just take a photo.
When you take the photo, you could see.
Or maybe a little video. Sorry.
While you're taking it, he smiles.
She awkwardly kind of smiles back and okay.
Falcon tells you, "What are you doing? Taking advantage of the fact I'm blind, are we?"
Oh, hi. What's your name?
My name's Falcon.
Hi, Falcon. I'm Jude Bloom.
I ain't falking around either.
You're not what?
I'm not falking around either.
I didn't think you were. Are you friends with Uth?
Who's a bitch?
I just noticed the eye patch thing. Is that something you do as well? What happens if I move your eye patch to the other side?
If the blinders ever removed from my face, I'll turn to a gargantuan tree, erupting most of this floor in ruin.
Holy Jesus. How do you see right now?
I don't, I'm blind. That's why I'm wondering if you're taking advantage of me right now. I hear you doing some type of magical stuff over there.
I'm just taking a quick memory of this Gideon.
Leave me out of them.
Player over there. What did you say?
Leave me out of them.
Oh, I didn't. You're not in the frame.
Only I had eyes to see the truth. Who's to say?
How come you don't want your photo taken?
I don't like the fact that I can't see. I don't want people seeing me either.
Yeah, but when you turn into your gargantuan tree, won't you be able to see then? And then I could show you what you look like as a very handsome falcon.
Well, you see, I'm a bit of a last resort. Once that form is taken over, I'm gonna die shortly after I complete my task.
That's really unfortunate.
Hey, I signed up for this. I'm allowed to make my own path, just as you are. I knew what I was signing up for.
Why'd you sign up for that then? If
Okay,
you knew that it was a path to death.
Because I care more about the people around me being alive than myself.
Are you close with people around you?
Well, not you, but yeah, hell yeah, I am. Listen, I'm rough, and I'm tough, and I'm buff, but I got a heart.
Well, you must have a heart if you have such a heroic level of self-sacrifice, right?
Exactly.
She doesn't believe in what he's saying. She just believes what he's saying, but doesn't believe in it that much, and thinks it's it's a sad thing. But she doesn't let that on.
You still there?
Yep, I'm still here. Don't worry.
I'll get out of here then.
Okay. Jesus. Don't worry, I'm not taking a photo of you right now.
See the drives are just all watching you, just chilling.
Hey, Noel, can you tell these guys, hey, back up, buddy.
You sure you're from around these parts?
Can you let them know I'm cool?
Don't worry, he's fine. We're just visiting.
Get some edge off. There's drinks in the top. Let's go to the bar.
Already drank.
I'm talking that moss stuff that's shaved off of the ass of some of the creatures here. We're talking about real meat and stuff.
There you said.
Yeah, he just points over here if you're interested in getting a drink.
I'll be right back.
Something's gonna wash that thick stuff down, even though it makes us nice and healthy around here.
Now your breath is going to be even better than it is right now.
Blink though. When you enter that area, Emrat, you see this gentleman here turns around to you. Oh, what we got here? What are you? What type of tiefling?
Sure.
So how does that all work anyways? The name's Milton Manhood.
Well, Matt, were you born into that name, or?
Oh, our people only have first names. I took on that last name once I realized that among men, I'm the manliest. I'm sure you knew that already.
Yep. You got a manly drink.
Yeah, I do. And he grabbed this octopus out of this vat of alcohol, and he just starts like just squeezing the octopus and dousing him in the alcohol. He walks over to you, pulls on the octopus's head, and the tentacles squirt out something into your cup. There you go. Put some hair in your chest, don't it? Come on now. And he squeezes it into a second cup. He just takes it real quick. Oh, the burn makes you feel alive.
I've drunk worse.
He downs it.
Give me a con save.
Alrighty. Let's see. Con save.
It does burn a lot, a surprising a lot, but you're able to withstand it, and it's extremely tasty. But outside of the fact that it tries to destroy you initially.
Wow.
Look at your hair. Look. You instantly grow a beard, like a bigger beard, so puffed up and almost as long as his.
Oh,
I said on your chest. Not in your chest. As your beard rests on your chest.
right. Don't know if this is my style.
Hey,
Okay.
the girls here love beards. I bet you can get one of the dryads to braid it. Look, they started braiding mine.
Oh. Okay. How much do I owe you for this?
We don't charge anyone around here. We don't use gold or anything in the trees. I'll give you a regular mead to wash it down. He opens the tap and sprays it into it, and he puts it on there. There you go. Straight from the tree itself. Used wine, mead, water.
What do you call it?
Nature's tap.
We'll try it too.
Some people call it Forest Hill, but it's, I like Nature Tap. It's smoother. It's kind of like orange juice with the pulp. So if you're not a big fan of pulp, that might bother you, but the flavor's smooth.
Okay. Thanks, Milton. Take care.
And then you see how he's got that little hair on top of his head. The top of your head thickens.
That one I don't even notice.
He just walk away. He's like, it's just fat piece of hair on top. He looks like you have a wig on now. But hey! If you ever back around these parts, we got stuff that can do other things too. If you're trying to reproduce and stuff.
Sure.
All right, and Lewis, what have you been up to? You just kind of standing around while everyone else gets into it and you're observing, or?
Yeah, it's just kind of keeping an eye on things and just being the waypoint for everybody once they're set.
All right, let's go.
Well, Phoenix has come across the Sebastian. She's going to say hello.
How do you do, young lady?
Not bad. What do you do?
Right now, I'm just traveling. I was granted passage to the City of Roots many years ago. A Maroon warrior like yourself, if you're the people everyone's talking about.
Where's your group?
My group fell in the recent battle.
You feel like a darkness in your soul that you want to make up for it?
We all have darkness inside of us, but not really. I'm working through grief like anyone would. It affects us all differently.
You seem to be a really friendly person, and quite frankly, you have a really pretty face. Can I introduce you to my friend Tasha?
Sure.
Awesome. I think she might need someone to talk to.
He laughs. There's many times where I was angry, but it never helped. So I try to take things in a different stride. It still hurts, though. That will never change. But it's nice to meet you. I am Sebastian.
Nice to meet you. I'm Phoenix. Yeah, I've had a moment or two of darkness and hatred.
He's about to say something, and this dude goes, "Now young Toto, and don't you forget my fucking name."
Hi, Toto.
Oh, hello. Nice to meet you.
Is he always a frog, or is he usually something else?
No, he's one of the awakened creatures. This is their sanctuary. All of them are able to transform into powerful rune beasts of legends.
I've got to wrap my mind around this place.
Oh, this Tasha friend of yours. Her heart is in the wrong place at the moment.
She's lost a lot of good people. I think she's hurting really bad. She doesn't want to trust us. I don't blame her.
Tell me where she is and I will go to her. Perhaps I can put a smile on her face.
Phoenix will give directions to their room, although I'm not sure she's in there. She might be out trying to cool her own jets. I don't know. But then she describes what Tasha looks like.
Oh, I seen that lady come through here.
Yeah, where'd she go?
She journeyed down to the bottom of the tree and walked away. I'm sure I could track her down. I'll just happen upon her.
You're amazing. Thank you.
He bows. Your group is outstanding. It's impressive that you were able to bring back most of your friends. Your strength is something I strive to achieve one day.
Yeah, I can't quite explain it myself.
Good day, Phoenix, and good luck.
Goodbye. Okay, above Gabe, Phoenix was like totally interested in him, but then, yeah, sending him to Tasha. Poor Dondo.
I was thinking that the whole time. I was like, Dodge is talking to stream.
I want to see this next week.
Oh, it's gonna be interesting.
He's fucked.
That'd be good rivals. Sebastian's pretty tough. That'd be good rivals.
Oh no.
Maybe they'll get Dondo to act right.
The pretty boy or the bad boy? Let's see who wins.
Oh God. He's in the bow, so they can be talking about bows, and then it's like, I used the bow once. Nah.
Oh no.
Okay, Judith, are you doing up to anything else, or?
Yeah, I see Emmerich walking down with a fucking beard. I just take a photo. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, he's got a beard, guys. A really,
Yep.
really big one.
God,
What's
what
everyone
did
staring
you
at?
do?
How you doing, Saint Nick?
What?
Just like that was a Saint Nick. It's a elven fairy tale of this guy with a massive beard.
That's it? Well, I guess you guys don't get fish oil like that. Yeah.
Well, I don't want to
Yeah.
go into the whole lore, but yeah.
The drinks are weird here.
Oh,
Must
by the
burn in
way,
Bounton.
if any of you guys want like your deepest questions answered or whatever, she holds up her wrist. You gotta get one of these vine things from the elder mothers over there.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't
Like-
know. Mother Nature told us to do it.
Deepest question is in like,
I don't know. What is your deepest question? Where's Terma, maybe?
well, it's more as in like, I don't know, like why are we here? You know, just like, is that too deep or?
I don't know. Apparently, there's a seer in there that has a bunch of knowledge and wisdom and answers.
Yeah. I was gonna ask about Surma though, yeah. Where are those bands at?
Over that way, she points. This way.
Judith will go with her. We'll go with him.
Same with Lois.
Iris looks at you, Amrod. Are you here to have your beard braided?
Sure, why not?
Have a seat. She starts braiding your beard. And then Sunny goes, now you also here for the oil bath.
Maybe next time.
And you can keep your clothes for now.
For now.
Let's say maybe next time. Seth walks over. I'm assuming you want to go with your friend to the sanctum.
We would. Well, I do at least.
Yes.
All right, your wrist, please, or do you prefer it on your ankle?
I'll hand out my left wrist.
He spews onto this little brambled root around your wrist. It's not tight, you can even remove it. But she tells you if you remove it, it'll erode. So wait till you get to the gate where it will also erode once you pass through the gate to the sanctum. All right. Well, it's strange having so many new faces around here. It's rare for people to be invited into the city, and about 20 new people came.
20.
your group and some of the others, like that young man that Phoenix was just talking to, anyone who helped put their lives on the line to save our settlement, the least we could do is invite them in. They showed us where their hearts were.
And it's an honor to be able to come here.
She bows. I know traditions can die in the youth of the next generation, so I apologize if they're too stifling. We're moving with the times, but like nature has always been, the tree will take some time to grow out of its old habits, if it ever does. She's speaking to the fact that they're so steeped in tradition here that she knows you probably don't understand any of it, and maybe a lot of it you don't agree with. So she's just trying to level with you guys while she's talking, just casual talk and stuff. But she walks over to Amber while he's getting his beard braided, and they're doing an excellent job. She's braiding it exceedingly fast. She's using her hair to help her braid it too. As Lisette would say, she asks you, wrist or... He points to your ankle.
Wrist.
You sure look really cute on your ankle. I'm teasing. She puts it on your wrist.
And Lois would get his on his organic arm.
Iris is done with you, Emerald. He looks at you and goes, wow, you are handsome. The beard really does make you look more manly.
Thank you.
So if anyone, I feel like maybe Judith knows. Judith, you're still proficient in history, right?
Religion.
A religion. Oh, man. What about nature?
Expertise in history.
Oh, you have expertise in history. Okay. So let's say and then maybe some of the information Judith knows. If you guys have nature or history.
I have a 7 in history.
Oh, so yeah, you would know too. So dryads are about 98% female. So they're always looking for men to help, keep their race alive. So. And now that Amaret's beard is braided, that means that he is a potential.
Oh god, little did we know that was the condition.
Yeah,
Protect me.
he doesn't know that he's now a prospecting example of reproductive power right now.
I see. This is what happens when you don't know the culture.
Oh, nice ladies.
Yeah, looking good.
But none of you tell him.
No,
Nope.
no, it's better this way.
Probably, yeah.
The only one that doesn't know.
So, Amber, while you're walking around, it's weird. Like, all the dryad girls are like waving at you and giggling and talking, whispering and stuff.
No, you're quite popular here, Amrit.
Yeah, not sure I like it. It's when people see my face.
You
Yeah.
really should get over that by now, probably. You're traveling with a journalist.
That's true. Well,
No
I
more.
haven't. Actually, since he's come back from the dead, I haven't had any photos of him that go in the newspaper.
That's what it takes to not be in the newspaper. Got it.
Well, we still have to at least try to make Terma believe that Amrit's still dead. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe the beard will help.
I could put some color in that if you want.
One step at a time.
All right. Phoenix will turn and start going towards the planetarium.
Yep.
Mostly because I forgot. Got lost in the RP. Let's go ahead and take our 10-minute break now. When we come back, we'll be at the planetarium.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, DM me, write me if you guys need a break, okay? I'm gonna forget sometimes. See you in 10 minutes.
I'll be back.
welcome back to the stream, everybody. So we got a few viewers tonight. I hope you're enjoying your time with us. The characters have just left the City of Roots main center and have moved towards a place called the Planetarium or the Star Sanctum. Secret Star Sanctum, sorry. It took them a few minutes to get here, probably about 15-20 minutes to walk to this block, this massive block. As it's a facility hidden in plain sight. What I mean by plain sight is when they guided you here, the entire facility is invisible. But when you got to this block, you couldn't even see it until someone opened the door. Inside is filled with darkness. You can see some lights are lit to help guide you. Zing goes, all right, now back to dancing. I say I go. This honey won't honey herself. And she flies off. You guys are left on a long bridge before arriving at a gate, which I will put you on in front of now. When we get to the map, just inform me if you have vision or not.
Yep.
I do.
Oh, good.
Vision, is there?
As you walk up, there's a single guard here there's a single room warrior here and 2 phantom guards. They stand at attention as you walk forward, prepared just in case you're a threat. But ultimately, they are calm. How do you guys approach? What do you say?
Phoenix will hold up her wrist. We've been sent here by Mother Nature, and we have the tokens of entry from the Elder Mothers.
Welcome. You are honored guest. I am Chitin Blade, an Earth Rune user.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Blade.
There are some formalities that I must inform you of. You are to enter the facility. You must leave behind your armors, your weapons, and arcane focus here with me. But I can assure you we are not petty thieves or criminals. Beyond these doors are many trees of the Dryads. Sacred thing for them, even more personal than their own bodies. These trees are their lifelines. And as such, we do our best to protect them. You will be safe inside and your equipment will be here when you return. Are you all comfortable with this?
Yep, I'll have to leave my Jenkins with you. He can be pretty talkative if you're lonely.
The guards laugh. Now, is this your first time viewing the Sanctum?
Yes, sir.
And here is a coin. It gives you this star-shaped coin. Inside there is a device you can use it on. Otherwise, it is a keepsake. In many cities, it is valuable. Sell it if you do not use it.
Okay. Phoenix starts taking off her. She has so much stuff. She has daggers, hammers. She has tools galore that could be used as weapons. She's got a crossbow. She's got her Wizard's Weekly. That's not a weapon. Can she keep her Wizard's Weekly?
Sure.
And she will take off the cloak.
You try to, but it refuses to leave your body. Is there a problem?
Yeah. She kind of looks to Judith and Lewis and Emirates. It won't come off. And she turns her body to face them like somebody try to take this off of me.
Yeah, let me give it a shot. And he tried to just like lightly tug on it at first, and
It comes off
slowly
instantly.
Apply more pressure.
Even the soft touch, it just comes off instantly.
What the hell?
Weird.
I swear I know how to take shit off.
It's like the Doctor Strange club.
Titan goes, well, if you're all ready. And Judith Bloom, correct?
Yes.
Please do not have any of this go into the papers. This place is top secret. Is that a word that is used outside the woods?
Is he making her leave all of her papers and quill and stuff here?
Yeah, he would request that. Of course, you could stay out here too if you don't want to.
No, I'll begrudgingly put all the stuff down. I feel naked.
I apologize, Judith. I don't mean to make you uncomfortable.
It's okay. This is part of a request from Mother Nature, right?
This has been the rules since before even our current installation. The trees here, private. The location is private. And the fact that you are given an opportunity to come here, something that many people never ever have. So it is a trade-off, I suppose. Some of your comforts to secure ours.
It's okay. I relish this opportunity. Thank you.
By the way, I really love that article you wrote 2 years ago. There was something special about the water spouts in the city and that they weren't coming from the floor but from the sewage, and there was a creature down there producing it. Oh, the detail.
You read that? That was yeah. Thank you.
I'm a subscriber.
I'm sorry.
I'm a subscriber. It's the description of Between the Flames.
Oh, good. I'm glad we get papers out here.
Yeah, you don't know if he's smiling, his mouth is just chittering. But he walks over to the gate. Now, my friends, look upon the world that we have fought hard to protect and enter the planetarium of the secret trees.
Phoenix turns around to Jenkins. Be nice.
Jenkins.
Yep, hold on, I'm still
Jesus.
Good Lord.
sorry. Alright, I'm ready. Wait, hold on.
He like stomps and like a blade like pops out of the boot.
Last one. Alright, let's go.
The Phantom Guard just look at each other like, When you walk into the sanctum, you can feel this energy pour over all of you. Like you've never felt more alive. The trees here are almost dancing, despite there not being any strong winds. Stars circle around an artificial planet put into the middle of the foundation that is surrounded by a water with lotus pads and candles aplenty. On the far-reaching side of them, you could see these massive scopes that are slowly being raised towards the ceiling of this operation. The ceiling, as your eyes follow the scopes and look up, you could see constellations, star systems, the moon, and as well as these swelling dark dots that are spinning around out in space. The only light in here is being produced by the seers and the candles in the center. And everyone watches you as you walk in, but they don't say a word.
Phoenix is gonna slowly make her way to the telescope looking things unless somebody stops her.
About the place.
She wants to investigate these things to see how they work, make sure they're actually doing what everybody says they're doing.
Sure. You do a general
And not
investigation.
some trick. As she's messing with it, I have a new skill called Flash of Genius to add 4 intelligence to it as a reaction. So 18
yeah.
total.
Okay. Yeah, you see that they're quite advanced, and then tiny words on them, probably to smiles. Well, I don't know how you feel these days, but you can see that they were designed by Clem. They're the only piece of technology you've seen in this place, but they do serve a purpose of protecting the world from Metal Rain.
She sighs, but doesn't say anything.
One of the seers informs you. Hello. Hope you're enjoying the sights. Those scopes, they require a star coin. Only the most honorable creatures possess them.
I was told I needed to talk to the... Sorry, player forgot. It wasn't main seer. It was Star Seer, right?
Yeah, well, they're all star seers, but she's the one you have to talk to is the mystic.
Oh, that's right. Is the mystic around?
The promise, she is here. You can find her just beyond those gates.
Thank you.
Thank you, Phoenix. May your future be as bright as the one I've witnessed.
Her eyebrows kind of raise at that, but she doesn't say anything.
And while you're walking down there, you can see these chains lift up. You could see through it, but there was an obstruction at first, but they lift up and remove, and you're able to access them as if you're being invited in.
Does she see any clamdor inscription on the chains?
No, they're just magic.
Okay. Oh, before she does pass under them, she turns around and, not wishing to be loud in this obviously sacred place, she just says, just barely loud enough for the party to hear, "I'll be back."
Is a nod.
Excellent. There's a lady, her back is to you initially, but she slowly turns, looks towards you.
Are you the mystic seer?
I am.
I was sent to you.
I know. Come forward, child. You have many troubles. Many of them are from the questions you're about to ask. So go ahead.
Well, I thought I already knew. I thought the deceiver was deceiving me again. But he spoke of my mother, but my mother is dead. At least I thought.
False. Your mother is not dead.
Then what the fuck is she doing up in the stars?
She's enslaved. She's doing what all of our people are doing up there. And many worlds outside of Elder. Working tirelessly on the surface of the moon. On the prison planet.
How can that be?
Years, Mother Nature has stressed with Clamdor a means to reach that planet. And in recent years, he has had his own motivations, as I'm sure you understand.
I don't, because he has supposedly forgot all about us.
that is true, then perhaps that is why he has made no progress. Yes, your mother is on that planet. No magic yet has been able to reach it, so we've turned to him. But perhaps we were wrong. We should have turned to you.
What is the wisdom in telling me this when this planet needs protected and all I'm gonna want to do is to go up there and get her?
What it will require you to achieve that would be unprecedented. In your pursuit of such means, it will be more than enough to protect the world you currently love, I hope.
With all due respect, I don't love this world that much.
What of your friends that are tied to its success or failure?
They're the only reason why I'm not dead.
I ask you not to love the trees or the leaves. You can leave that to us giants. But if your friends are to live, your family to thrive and grow, for your mother to have a place to return home to, your strength, every ounce of it will be needed. I am not Mother Nature. I will not sugarcoat things because I think you cannot handle them. And I'm not Skeletor. I will just tell you the facts of the matter.
I appreciate your plainness.
Your mother used the star coin. See for yourself.
I don't know if I can handle that. The darkness in me might well up if I see her suffering.
Perhaps one of your friends can look upon her. It is your choice, Phoenix. Everything is. Wearing that cloak, training the spirit realm, fighting in the war. All of it is your choice, and all of it can be abandoned. Perhaps that is your destiny.
What good would come of that?
Only you have the answer to that question. Only you can decide what must be done next. I have seen your future. There are paths where you walk away, but there are many more where you keep fighting, where you put the others in front of you, despite what could occur. The seer's job is to watch the future, but there are 100 different outcomes, thousands of different outcomes. We can only try to prepare for the worst of them, but hope for the best. But you, Phoenix, must walk your own path, fly your own path, be your own person, whatever that means for you.
All right. I appreciate it. Thank you. I don't mean to be ungrateful. It's just sometimes ignorant bliss. I was ready to die. I wanted to die. Now I need to save her.
Finish your father's work. Make it your own. Make it better.
You've given me much to think about.
It was an honor meeting such a bright star.
Should I be wearing the cloak?
Mother Nature has her concerns about the magic of the cloak. That cloak is not your enemy, your greatest asset. Volgazel meant well when she gave it to the council. You've already seen our inner sanctum. You've already been to our city of roots. Yet there are still secrets kept from you. Secrets Mother Nature, to whom I may one day replace, does not wish me to tell you. Fear has stirred in the most powerful woman in the world. But I will tell you it blatantly. The Icarus Council is a bunch of shafts. They're foolish nothings. The true people that operate out of Icarus below them, They manipulate the world for the better and for the worse. When they got you that cloak from Vorgazel, they knew what they were giving you.
Thank you. I hope that one day we will meet again.
I disagree. The only way I will ever leave this sanctum is if Mother dies. I'm more than willing to replace her, but I would prefer she'd thrive. Good luck, young Phoenix.
Thank you. She will start to walk away, but she will pause before turning around the corner because she's got to have a little cry meltdown so other people can talk about what
Sure.
they're doing.
So while you're breaking down, and of course you guys wouldn't see this yet, she's presumably going to the lake at the same time. So while you guys, what are you guys up to as Phoenix is taken into a private meeting? I'll do top down, left, right. So that at the top of the characters currently is Judith, then we'll do Lewis and Emmerich. So Lewis, Judith, what are you up to?
Judith is just watching this thing, just kind of being entranced by it. What happens if she just reached out and tried to touch it?
Well, they're floating about 20 feet above you. You'd have to like fly or something.
Oh, okay. Then, so I could like stand underneath it?
Well, you think that they would stop you.
Oh, okay.
But they wouldn't want you to walk in the lake and stuff. It seems special.
Got it. Then she would just be here and watch, just watching it, wanting to get closer, wanting to know more, but just trying to live in the moment.
What's weird for you is that thought crossed your mind. There's probably many futures where you take that avenue. The Starseer would get close to you, and before you ask or before you take that step, it would say, "Please do not stand on the planatum."
Yeah, no problem. It's sorry, I was just it was just really beautiful.
It is. She walks over and she gives you, she extends her hand with her bulb. Lights feel like this, if you must know. Those are active. This is not. Here. You let you touch the ball?
I definitely do.
When you touch it, your mind gets surged. Unexpected by the seer. She opens her mouth, not like a full gasp, but just her lips break a little bit. And you feel this psychic connection to the world, maybe it's this place or whatever it is, but you feel a force of energy, of power, and you think you can call upon it again, make it your own, create your own.
Whoa! That was really intense. You just hold on to that thing?
That was quite exciting, Element. I did not see that future, and I thought I saw them all.
What do you mean?
We're seers. We read the stars. The universe has answers that we have yet to come across, paths that we've yet to take in. And they are constantly shifting. So we try to look for the bad ones and prepare for them. Hope for the good ones. Reciting a similar thing that the other lady said.
But you... so holding that orb allows you to focus into divine, to see the stars?
The orb is like a spell focus for a wizard. It itself is not the power, but it is a necessary instrument to use it. Apparently,
I know someone...
Apparently,
yes.
You yourself have the potential to be a seer, because I've only ever seen the spear react to other seers before.
What do you mean? Just to live here and...
No, not all seers are forced to stay in the sanctum.
I know someone who calls himself a seer, and he's not the most honorable of people, I'll tell you that.
Seer is a word, anyone can use it.
It seems pretty interesting. How would one learn how to do that?
You would need one of these orbs. You know, at the end of your training, Mother Nature usually grants people a gift of their choosing if it's within her power. You could request one of these. She may make it so.
Doesn't it get a little unnerving, scary, lonely, being able to see all the potentials that could happen?
Yes. We are told not to look at the day we die. I have viewed it many times. Each time it's a little different, but the same, as though my course is set, my destiny decided. But still, who knows? I did not see that the spear would affect you. There are corners of shadows we do not witness.
Do you wish that you never used this gift?
Yes. But now that I have it, I cannot part with it even if I wanted. But I do think sometimes how life would be different if I just didn't have the answers to my questions. The answers are sometimes worse than the pondering.
Sometimes the questioning is better than the answers.
Precisely. Good day, Judith.
Good day. She'll turn around and keep looking at the main planetarium thing.
You have an increased focus. Your mind itself is a powerful weapon, more so than ever before.
That mixed with the migraine that she had before, it's like a strange it's like a strange feeling, like almost like her head is just like cracking with pain. And if anyone's looking at her, you just see like from her forehead this like this quick like spark flash of like radiant looking light, and then she takes it off and just kind of puts her head down. Oh.
Excellent. Luis, I believe you were next when you guys were reaching the standing, or were you last?
I believe I was next.
Okay, take the floor.
As everyone's kind of doing their own thing, moments before Judith was able to contact the sphere and the energy is affecting her, Lois rests his arms up on the stones of the attraction and stares up at the swirling lights, simply watching them and enjoying them. And as he views them, memories start to slowly swirl through his head. And one in particular comes up of him as a child, his hand in both of his hands, one in each. How do I describe this? One hand each in each of his parents. His father, quite tall, and hair starting to go a little white. His mother, around his father's shoulder height, with a bright smile as the three of them are standing in the middle of Icarus's Plaza, where the moonlight shines down on all of them as a festival is being held. And they stare up at experimental fireworks that were shot off into the sky, enjoying the beautiful sight. And Lewis snapping back to reality, his slight grin that he's had since they arrived at this place dims very slightly as he just thinks to himself, guess there's still a lot of loose ends to tie up. And that's around the timing that Judith would catch through the corner of his eye Judith acting a little bit off compared to how she usually is, and would walk over. But I'll pass it over to Amrit because I'm guessing he's probably going to be taking a similar pathing.
Yeah. That's very similar. Amrit, as he's looking in the middle of this pool at all the stars and the moon itself reflecting off of it, he gets like a similar memory. His memory is it's basically the three main blood hunters, the three main whatever the fuck I called them. Anyway, as children though, all just laying on their backs, looking at just the vast open sky. Everything almost having like a bluish kind of hue, just the bright stars and the moon itself, just reflecting into their own eyes, them taking in the beauty of it all. Before Amrit also comes back to his senses and sees that Judas is not appearing right. Judas?
Yeah.
You're right, Red.
Yeah. This place is just really intense. Fuck. Just the head is killing me. I think I need to just maybe take a nap or something.
Well, you're a light room. Isn't this like your whole vibe, or is it doing the opposite? Is that what's happening?
Well, for most of my life, anytime I've done anything with the light rune, it's hurt, and there's a lot of hurt going on right now, but I don't know if it's the same.
Well, your head was hurting when you were, farther away from this place, but now it looks like it's worse. I mean, hey, Star Lady, can you look at our friend here?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'll be okay.
We're supposed to find answers.
Yeah, that's Phoenix is looking for answers right now. I can just go wait outside.
You sure? There's plenty of benches around.
No. You guys do your thing. I'm just gonna wait outside for a little bit.
Lewis just looks over to Amrit.
He just shakes his head.
While he's shaking his head, Lewis, you would notice at this point you would see like Phoenix like coming out from the thing. You don't have to engage her yet, but she would have surfaced from her meeting.
Locked in.
Does Phoenix look okay? When she leaves the...
Let's have a roll off.
Uh-oh.
Deception, insight. Too bad your opponents have disadvantage. They're both
Lewis is rolling too.
Use the inspo.
Yeah, propose you choose against spell.
You know what?
Who am I talking to? Yes.
As I go through, I picked up some natural material to dry the eyes a little bit more. We're adding my flash of genius to my roll here.
Oh.
Mystery boys, roll your insight and her
You guys
perception
can still beat it though, I'll let you know.
Alright.
Let's see.
Hey, boys.
Holy shit.
Oh,
But you use your
Is that
inspo, right?
disadvantage?
So it's 20, right?
Yeah, it's disadvantage.
So it's...
Why is it disadvantage?
We have exhaustion.
Oh,
Wait, but did you use your inspo or no?
No, I didn't.
Oh, it's
Okay.
Amrit that said inspo. I thought
It's
you
just
said-
Amrot.
I'll use mine. I want to know. Let's see.
Oof.
I'll let you decide how close that is, 16 to what you got. So.
yeah, nope. You just barely, you're one too low. So, she seems okay.
Alright.
You guys all okay out here?
Yeah, we're fine. Judith
Where's
had to
Judith?
take a step out for a bit. I guess we're getting a bit stuffy in here.
Well, she'd probably like to know that the seer said that the cloak is my strongest asset.
Okay.
A little vague, but I guess that's to be expected around here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
here
we'll
I
take
thought
it.
it was my brain, but apparently it's the cloak. Her eyes linger on the telescopes a little bit, and her hand is in her pocket, twiddling around that coin. But she's going to turn to the Star Seer real quick. We have a lot of work to do, but when we're done saving the world, would it be possible to have another entry in here, or is this like a once-in-a-lifetime thing?
You were invited today for saving the forest. You saved the world. Kind of one up what got you here the first time, so I would hope so.
Thanks. And then she takes her hand out of her pocket, turns to Lewis and Amrit. I'm ready if y'all are.
Yeah.
Just about. I'm kind of curious about these things, though. Only thing I can't say I've seen many things as advanced as this besides Clemdo's place.
Maybe look at the moon. See if you can see the caverns.
Worth a shot. We're already here, I guess. He looks around, just trying to figure out how the hell to work this thing.
She'll walk
Come
up.
on.
I think you're supposed to put the coin right on here.
Yeah, you never used the fucking spyglass before, or?
I've been out of the loop for a while now.
I mean, this isn't your regular spyglass.
Yeah, takes out the coin that was given to him and just kind of slots it in. Okay, so if I work this here.
The 3 settings that
Okay.
appear in common words on a faint kind of illusionary projection. And the words say, I'll put in chat while you walk me through what you're processing as you're doing.
He's kind of just shuffling through it, seeing the little display come up. It sees the lever on the side, and it's like, okay, that probably something to do with it. Tries to jiggle the telescope a little bit just to see if it actually moves on its own or if it's rigidly in one place.
You're able to look up on the stars and the moon and whatnot naturally. You get the extreme, insane focus that this thing's about to produce. You can only slot one of those using the lever on the right side.
Got it. I'm trying to think of which Lewis would actually be interested in. Prison Planet, probably not as much on his end, because he doesn't really have a reason to, per se. Cycle of the Shooting Stars. Black Flare Holes. I think knowing him, especially with his constant sense of being cautious, is probably going to try checking out the black flare holes, because that seems to be a little concerning.
Excellent. You see the machine begins to spin up its cogs excessively, and this rises towards the ceiling more aggressively. It then extends out to almost 3 times its size and puts out like a freaking spotlight, like we're calling Batman to save us, on the ceiling of the structure of the artificial ceiling. And while the rest of you can only see the spotlight, you, Lewis, as you look through the spyglass, it's like it's bringing you and warping you through space and time. It's like before it zooms in onto these black holes. There's about 3 or 4 of them. It's hard to tell since they're kind of mixed up and floating into each other. You can see passing through them are ships, about 6 ships. They're flying through one hole into another and not coming out the other side of these flat disc-like surfaces. These ships are large, bred for war. You see that they're about half the size of Mother. That is the ship, not Mother Nature. I just want to point that out. The installation you guys are on, about half the size of that installation. And you can make out the markings of the illithid mind flares. You can even see little speckles and dots of them moving around on the ship. They are a mobilized fleet. They are an advanced fleet, and they are numerous. It's a wonder they haven't tried us again. Maybe they felt like it wasn't worth the resources. But you can literally see an entire fleet of flares flying around on the ships.
Okay. Aloa's kind of seeing this for a moment. His eyes just like widen before he just like instinctively leans back and is pulled back to reality again. You gotta be shitting me. How we got rid of all those things already?
What'd you see?
How do I describe this? You know Metal Rain?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I get the feeling there might be a couple more of those things we managed to beat off.
Isn't that what the people at the Icarus Library were saying? That they didn't think Palm was an actual threat, but that Metal Rain was going to happen again?
Yeah, I get the feeling this might be why. I ended up seeing a bunch of those weird metal ship things that pop up every now and again in the excavations.
The thing is, this is like Mother Nature's domain. How does she not know about this, or has she been choosing just not to tell us?
Well, there's a reason why the council are afraid. They're trying to prepare again. This is probably why. They could literally see those ships flying about.
So one of them has seen it, probably because they've been here, but they can't tell anybody that they've been here. We're all going to be looked at like nuts, too.
Man, fuck the council, man.
See the seer next to you hears you talking. We are here to monitor against Metal Rain. All the world powers are informed. As they haven't made a move against us, we don't want the people living their lives in fear. But what if? Well, if they do make their way towards us, we will be ready for a public response.
Makes
Gotcha.
sense.
That is one of the Sanctum's primary tasks, is to watch the stars. We also just protect the dried trees here as well. That was Mother Nature's idea, to make the most of the space.
They do add a nice touch.
We got any idea how far away those things are?
Several months, even though they look closer in the scope. But we'll have adequate time to prepare should they come here. Our only concern are those black holes. They use them similar to teleportation magic, it seems, except they're natural. So strange for us creatures who believe in the natural world so much to see a tool that could be turned against us. That is our primary fear.
Well, we'll just have to hope that we can have enough time to deal with whatever the hell bomb was setting up before they show up, I guess.
One problem at a time.
One step at a time.
I'm ready to get this taken care of.
Yeah. Stretches everything out. Just bodily cracking.
We should bring Judah back in here, right?
Yeah, probably a good idea to check in on her. See how she's doing. Who knows? Might be interested.
Hey Judith, you're missing out on the story of the century. Probably good since you're not supposed to tell anybody about it.
Before she came out, could I said something to Jenkins?
Sure.
She just kind of like focuses through her headache and it says, oh, Jenkins, can you do me a favor? Could you be sure to wake me up as soon as you see a phoenix going for another fly again?
Yes, and I won't be destroying any of you, especially Amrit, with this drill in my back because I'm ordered not to.
That's great. That's great. Thank you very much. And I think that's the first thing I've ever said to Jenkins.
Can I ask you a question too, Judith?
Yeah.
He pulls out this crappy drawing of Amrit's wanted poster. It was destroyed when the light ray struck me. Does it look good?
Oh, you redrew it?
I increased the bounty using the percentages that likely occur with the inevitable time of change.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. I don't know if there's still a bounty on him anymore, though.
Maybe.
I'll double check that for you.
Thank you. If it gets extremely high, I would understand if you wish to collect, at which point I can only aid you if Phoenix orders.
That's okay. I appreciate you being so gung-ho about it.
Yes, I'm trying to understand feelings. I'm just an objective creature.
Then I'll turn around and see Phoenix. Oh, hey, hi, Phoenix. Everyone ready to go?
Yeah, you missed a view. Apparently there's black holes and our planet is in peril again, but yeah, let's go. She's gonna walk over to the cloak and try to put it on. Does it let her put it on?
When you go to reach for it, it just kind of like almost like a symbiote. It just swivels onto your body in almost a liquid state, reforming back to its feathered form.
When it does that, she pauses for a moment and then she just thinks in her head about rising up off the ground by like 5 or 6 inches. Does she move?
You think you do.
Did we
She
see her move?
Judith, is this my imagination?
It's about 3-4 inches off the ground.
No, you're floating.
Then she thinks about being on the ground again. Does Judith get taller again?
Yes.
Holy crap. Then she starts picking up the rest of her stuff.
Well, guess that little report about you flying might have a little bit of merit.
Yeah, the question is, I didn't do it on purpose. I wasn't conscious. I don't know if it took me for a flight or if I took it subconsciously. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, but
keep an eye out.
it is neat, though. Hold on.
Jeez.
It's okay.
Let me help you with a few of those. I'll take the daggers. You take the short swords.
Thank you. Thanks. All right.
There you go. Killing machine again.
Believe it or not, I'm a lover.
Well, I actually do believe it, considering. Oh, never mind. He's like looking at your beard.
Lewis puts on his armor and grabs the hilt of Sunblight that just disappears into ash. Right. Well, that was quite the experience. Well, look at you going.
Good to go, Jenkins. Did you learn anything?
Yes. The elephant creature next to me is called a phantom guard because of the name elephant. It is a play on the word phantom guard. That is what I discerned.
That is pretty clever.
Also, the elephant next to me weighs over 3,000 pounds. If he were to fall on someone, say Amrit, there's little chance that he will survive.
Okay, you all heard that, right?
Just looking out for you.
An example, be careful where you walk.
Wildly specific.
Thank you, Jenkins.
Nice meeting you, Chittenblade.
Of course. May our paths cross again. And if there's ever a final glorious battle, make sure Chitin Blade is there.
You got it. She just like looks at him, focuses on him, and moves on.
Okay. As you guys leave the sanctum secret trees, and this place is like 10 different names, I keep mixing them up. Secret Tree Sanctum of the Planetarium of the Starseers. When you guys leave this place, Phoenix, before you know it, you're 120 feet in the air and you're flying like a jet. What do the rest of you do?
Perfect timing on the sound.
I
Yeah.
know.
Like we saw her just take off.
Wow, barely. It was fast.
I assume that we're in our current position, so it's kind of seeing Phoenix just like suddenly start to lift off the ground. Wait. Just rushes forward and tries to grab her collar.
No, it was way too fast for something unexpected. She's already in the air, 120.
What the hell?
Judith will focus on her and just go, Phoenix, where are you going? Come back.
Am I conscious?
You are. You could just feel the cloak is pulling you in the sky.
I think it has to show me something.
Amber, we
Damn
yelled
it.
out to one of the guards. Which direction is she heading?
I mean, I can't see her more than like you guys. It just straight up. We got to tell Mother Nature, or at least we got to tell somebody.
Lewis tries to look through the trees just to see if there's like any indication of where she would have went.
You can't see her. She's clearing the top of the canopy. Is that correct? The treetop. However, the star seers are ready for this potential outcome. Now she gets taken somewhere. Two of the most faithful Mother Nature's wyverns swoop down for you guys to mount their backs. On back of each of them, Skelica and Mother Nature. Get on. Let's see where it's taking her.
Gives a nod and just obeys. No questions asked.
All right.
Oh, giddy up.
I didn't say that.
No, we heard you, Emma.
No.
And they shoot into the sky. And you would notice that Sora and Dando are half recovered on their backs as well. Natasha's not here.
Welcome back. How you feeling?
Good. I had a horrible dream that Sasha fell in love with another man.
I mean, it's very
What?
possible.
Better step up your game then.
Like, very, very.
That's the thing. The Aku don't have game, says Sora.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Well, before we work on that, we got a phoenix to catch. Come on.
And shunted into the air, or jaunted, or fucking English hard. You guys get took into the sky, and these things quick, but they're having trouble keeping up with Phoenix, as she is just almost powerless to resist the cloak at this point, as it's beaming her through the air like a jet. And our session ends with you all in hot pursuit of wherever the hell she's going. Well done.
I don't know where I'm going.
On a
We
trip.
don't either.
I am up for the ride, though.
On your favorite cloaking ship,
Yep.
zooming through the sky.
Also, speaking of that, did you have a Hannah Montana reference earlier, Busy?
Yes.
Why? I just heard.
All right, well, thank you all for viewing this episode of Phantoms of the Past. You want to know where she's going? Find out next week. Everyone say bye to the stream.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
It's your boy Falcon, and I better catch up.
Out of fear, we kept running, tried to hide away. Can you hear? War is coming, beckoning our fate. This is the day that we stand up. This is the day we fight. We'll take our place, we won't give in. Our victory is in sight. Only a sword in our hand, but we enter the lion's den. We're not waiting for a war.